FaceTime, T-shirt, FaceTime.
My shawty so bad. My shawty got class. My shawty got classes, and she wear her glasses, and she always fly when she wear my ice. You can rock my white tee if you be my wife. I switch the flow in a minute.
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to the Barely Adulting podcast. My name is Nia, and my co-host name is Reggie.
Hey, everybody. I'm so happy to be here once again on episode 2.
Yeah, okay, so we both are pretty bad at relationships. That's no secret. We have both tried to date people or be somebody that we're not, and these lead to some pretty embarrassing stories. Reggie definitely has a couple. I'm just going to let him.
Oh, yes. So we told you guys last episode that we were going to cover just me becoming a expletive boy or a F, or other way you guys want to describe that type of guy. And all I can say about that is it definitely was interesting for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Nia was very, very helpful.
I shouldn't have been.
She encountered many a man who acted like that type of gentleman, and or boy, which we codenamed them boys, and it's definitely odd. So there's this girl named Sasha that I liked.
Were you about to call her Malia?
Yeah, Malia. No, because the Obama daughters are gorgeous, but no, this one's a totally different. This is not an Obama girl, guys. This girl
was she
Sasha.
Pretty like a Obama girl?
Yes, she was Sasha Fierce. Oh,
ooh, all right,
yep.
Beyonce references.
Yep. Now the Hive will be kind to me now.
No, they won't.
They'll eat me alive, like a bunch of rabid bees. But that sounded awful. But okay. So I decided I was tired of being, the nice guy who always finishes last, and so I thought it would be a good idea to become the very thing I despise the most. And in doing that, I decided that I would learn how to text and kind of more address. It started off with a photo I took, and I put it on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. He has a fake earring. Ugh.
Yeah, fake earring. Got this really nice haircut. That I have this blend of Indian and black hair that just makes my head look just amazing. And
that's not cocky.
No cockiness here. And when I did that, I was like, I saw my friend with a fake earring. I said, hey, let me borrow it. Took a photo, posted on Instagram, because I wanted to see if it would be a good thirst trap. My best friend called me, my brother called me, and I got a phone call from my mother.
What about what that pastor said?
Oh, yeah, even a pastor from my old university. I went to Bun Bun University in Bun Bun, Washington.
Did you just make up a fake name for your old college?
Yes, but those who know me and those who are smart about cities with double names, they'll be able to figure out what city in Washington and what university that was.
All right.
And, one of their past chaplains posted on Facebook, like, oh, you nice rock on your ear. And I said, and I used the caption of this just happened. He was like, the beard or the little rock on your ear. And it was a little funny banter, and we moved on. So after everyone reached out to me, we started to, we're texting, and then we talked on the phone like we normally do, and just went deep into this, how to be a blank boy. And
how to be a Sterling.
How to be a Sterling, yes, a Sterling. And me doing that, so I was like, because I'm tired of this, like, those type of guys, the Sterlings of the world, they get whatever they want. It's very easy for them. They have chicks just throw themselves at them. And, as a guy who loves women, I want women to throw themselves at me. And so, yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm not getting them more thrown at me. But, so I was like, what could happen? What am I going to do? And so we started texting. And Nia helped me practice with, the stereotypical good morning text, the afternoon text, and then the late evening texts.
I just realized this is going to incur a lot of people thinking that we should just date. We should not date.
Yes, we shouldn't.
Clarify that now. We should never date, ever.
Ever.
Not even a little. So continue.
And so I sent her like a good morning text. She replied to me saying what a girl would do, whatever. We made it a game to the point where it was actually a really fun kind of a game where I would send a text message and I would have to wait to figure out what she was going to say to me in order to figure out what my response would be. And man, it got bad. I got curved she sent me like a curve, just exactly curved, and so I had to change it. And I did this because I was tired of no longer being like I'm a bad texter. I'm a real bad texter. I'm great in conversation, but horrible in texting. And Nia's a better texter than I am, so we did it back and forth.
It's not really like normal conversation texting. Let's be clear about that. Like Sterlings don't text in a way like you're trying to be nice or have a conversation. It's really more like a game of chess between people. It's a power play kind of situation. I'll let him explain.
So, you can be easily, I'm not really good at explaining it, but it's very manipulative. Like I learned that so Nia sent me, like I said, okay, Nia, I understand how to text in a way, but I want to understand from your perspective. So she sent me basically as a blank boy, the way that a blank boy would text. And my goodness, it is so trapping. Like you don't really leave much room for anything else other than saying yes. And so I realized, that's cool. That's great. If you're just innocent, like a good guy, you're just trying to enhance your texting game where you can, hang out with a girl that you think is attractive. And so we did this. And when we did this, it just ended up going to this weird place where I had no choice but to basically give in. And I learned a lot. And so after I learned how to text in this particular style of texting, like I was like, okay, I got this. I had this weird sense of confidence. And I should have known this confidence was coming from a place of just complete and utter fear. And Nia told me that I probably would get curved in the morning. And so I used a good morning text. And Nia
Which are the hardest one to go for.
Yeah. Bad judgment on me. But like Nia could tell you about before we tell you what the girl said, I'm going to let Nia explain kind of like her side of this encounter. Because to teach someone how to do this, is very, very interesting.
Do you mean how I learned to do this?
No, how you taught me. Like the way you taught me. Like,
okay.
How did you feel?
So essentially, he was texting me like a nice guy, and every single time he did something that was a little creepy, a little gross, a little just uncomfortable, or anything that a girl would go, meh, not you, I would just send him a text message that said curved. Like if he was way too nice, like I will murder you nice. Like, hey, good morning. I want you to have a lovely and inspiring day. Serial killer vibes. Mm-hmm. I would just curve him. I would just send him a text that said curved, and then he would try again. And then I text as a guy usually texts me, and it was like this very direct, do you want this? And if you say no, then they don't really care. It's a very, do you want to hang out? Do you want to come over? Are you available at this time? Like there's not much room for wiggling out of it or just staying texting. Like it doesn't give you much room to do that. So I showed him that you just really have to be more direct with people. And he went a little too direct.
I went a little too far. One thing I did learn though, like something that was very, very interesting, I learned how to not care. I was able to finally detach. I think this person is great. I like this girl. I want to get to know her, whatever. But I also got to the point, and it's actually helped me, where I don't care about the rejection aspect of it anymore.
That's great. That's all you got to do. Oh my God, we're talking over each other.
Yeah, that's fun. That is really fun.
That's not great.
It makes great radio. But we ended up doing this texting till about 4 in the morning. We were working on this because I really wanted to be successful, like in the morning. And I got up. I think it was actually a Thursday, and I texted Sasha. And when I texted Sasha, no reply.
This is after they had just started texting, and they were like playing games and like talking pretty consistently. So that was weird.
Yeah, it was very odd. Like, and the dialogue continued like outside of texting. But
What did you text her? You text her like, "Good morning, beautiful."
yeah, that kind of blank boy type mentality, just of "Good morning, beautiful. How are you?"
You noticed when
And
I text you as a like Sterling, I never said beautiful.
well, you said beautiful was one of the ways to do it.
That is a way to do it, but I would never. It's
Yeah,
too.
and too direct, too obvious, and so that like every sad story ended up with me getting curved and having to continue just being friends with the girl, and for a little
At
bit,
least I
there
say
was a dark
friends
cloud.
though.
Yeah, that's true. We did say friends,
So positive
and
side.
yeah, and the fact that we're able to stay friends is helpful because I don't feel as bad or as guilty, but it's something to learn from. I now understand how these things work and how not to be stupid with it. And so I guess it ended up actually helping me. And now I'm talking about just kind of working on me and becoming a more successful me.
Yeah, and he likes another lovely new girl who I'm sure we'll end up hearing stories about, positive or negative, in the future.
Yep. But interestingly enough, I'm relatively out there person, so people kind of know who I am. So I have to be we have to alter names, and so we're going to have to alter the new girl's name.
Oh, of course. There's no way we can just call her
By
by her
her
actual
legal,
name,
yeah,
by her government title.
yes, we can't just call her by her full name. But yeah, so that was that story. That was a very interesting day, and then the kind of recovering fact of being rejected. But it didn't hurt as much as all the other rejections I've suffered, like through last year at blah blah University in blah blah Washington. And so it was just a very, very, very fun time. But now that I know, it'll never happen again. And so, yeah, I'm glad that I hope that story gives you some form of enjoyment or encouragement. And Nia is a great teacher and definitely good at explaining the logic behind the irrational man that is a blank boy.
You have to stop calling them blank boys. We really need a title. I'm sure this will come up again. But
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. The next episode should be out pretty soon. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about. I'm pretty sure it's something about exes. We'll see you next episode.
Crazy
Thank
exes.
you.
Probably crazy exes.
Crazy
And,
exes, yeah.
the outgoing music is brought to you by TCU. It's a group of young men who I'm a huge fan of. They're the ones who brought us in with their song FaceTime. You can find them on SoundCloud, and their SoundCloud link will be in the description below. Thank you so much to them for letting us borrow their music for this beautiful experience. That is the Barely Adulting Podcast, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
FaceTime, t-shirt, FaceTime, t-shirt. We just wanna